Hey Baron, Paul here. I promised you a video and for an update, and I just hadn't gotten it done yet. So we've stripped this, and we've actually sanded it once. Actually, we sanded it twice. Sanded the decks twice. We've sanded the sides once. And I'll show you why it's taken more sanding than usual. Epoxy does not chemically strip. And you can see by the way this is sanding, this is epoxy. So you had someone put an epoxy coating over the stain, and all that epoxy has to get sanded out of the wood grain instead of chemically stripped. So it's going to be, we're going to take maybe a 32nd of an inch off your finish. We really like to chemically strip so we don't have to take so much meat. I think your covering boards have been replaced before, and this is a covering board here on the side. And the reason is that I think that is normally there's a half round piece of rubber that goes on here, and then vinyl that goes over that. That's called crash rail, and the vinyl would of course be your green color. And then there's a white product that goes, it's called Wire-On. You can look it up, W-I-R-E-O-N. And it was, that product goes and covers the staples that staples your crash rail in. Up here we have the staple marks showing, of course those get covered with the Wire-On, but that's where your crash rail was stapled in. And what's curious is this strip of wood back here, because we don't see any staples. We don't even see any staples in the strip of wood. So it could be that this wood was underneath the rubber and it was sacrificial, and that's where the no, there's no staples. So I don't really have an explanation for why that was done. A lot of times on my boat, the staples, there was rod developed where all the staples were. And so I routed out all the staple marks. I routed that wood out and then put an insert in. So I had fresh wood to staple in that would actually hold the staple. So I don't know if that's what they were trying to do there or not. But anyhow, I did want to show you all the splotchiness is due to the fact that they used epoxy over the coating. I don't think it's going to impact budget. That's probably the next question that hits your mind is that going to impact budget? Well, we won't come in under probably because of this, but we should be right on the budget. And they used epoxy to fill some of the bung holes. These should be wood bungs or wood plugs instead of epoxy, but those are epoxy. We can probably color those. And that would be the cheap way out, and we actually color them with a marker. And the other option would be to pull all the epoxy out, put a wood bung in there, and sand the wood bung fair, and then it's going to take the stain the same as the rest of the boat. And all the splotchiness you see, we're going to sand all of that out in order, because these areas right now won't take stain. The wood fibers, the interstices between the wood fibers is filled with this epoxy. So anyway, I did want to show you this. I did request the next progress payment, and and I had promised you this when I made that request. So here it is. If you give me a holler and let me know what you think, and then I can run your card and we can keep rolling on it. We also have your dash piece removed for the purpose of reinforcing it. That's done. That's pulled off. The reinforcing I think he's actually started it. Nate's doing that. And anyhow, just want to give you an update that I promised you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.